Hi everyone. Today I will talk about some of the things that helped me get through the fear of caring what other people think of me and dealing with haters, so to say. Obviously, I talk about this all the time in my channel, how you shouldn't care about what people think, and I realized that maybe that's not as easy as I make it sound, and so I wanted to kind of give some mindset shift advice that may help you with this. I want to start off by emphasizing something that I talked about a couple videos ago, which was the things that you find valuable right now, those values will change as you grow older. I'm telling you right now, when you're older, you will think it's so silly that you cared about what your classmates thought about you or what your friends said about you. Like, those things will not matter. Of course, when you get older, you have different problems and different things that you will be scared about. But if you already now start learning how to deal with fears and how to face them, you'll have a much easier time doing that when you're older. So specifically, I'm talking about the fear of standing out and doing something for yourself and being scared. I think that so many people have so much potential to do what they want to do, but because of their fear of being judged, they are ultimately choosing not to pursue this idea, whatever that may be, whether that means going to another country or that means starting a new career or whatever it can be. It's the fear of being judged that holds us back. And so that's the first mind shift that I'm trying to emphasize, is that you will probably not care about this in the future. You will not care and you will mostly regret it. If you don't do it now, you will look back at this time and think, why, when I had the perfect opportunity to do what I wanted, I didn't. As I said, I spoke about this a couple episodes ago already, and really I talk about this on a deeper aspect of how your values will change when you go older. But really, if you want to pursue something now, it'll be much easier to do it right now than to do it in a couple of years when you may feel as though my time has passed. So think about that next time you think people will judge me, because either way, even when you're 40 years old and you may think no one's gonna judge me for it anymore, there are of course people who still will. So even if you start now or if you start in 10 years, you will still start from zero. You'll still start from zero. You will have to do everything from the beginning, whether you do it now or later. So now it's up to you if you want to waste your time worrying about what other people think about you and then do it in 10 years when you could already be living this life that you want to live, this idea of what you want to create. So that was the first mind shift technique that I say to myself. This is always something that I think about when I'm like, oh, but do I really want to commit to this? In 10 years, it'll be worth it. You just got to keep moving towards this, because let me repeat this again. You will start from zero, whether you do it now or later. And starting from zero means you're going to have to put in perhaps days, weeks, months, years, depending on whatever it is you want to commit to, in order to get to the point where you want to get to. And if you start now, it'll be much easier for you to be already successful in whatever you want to be at 10 years, rather than starting in 10 years and then taking another 10 years, making you successful barely in 20, which of course, it's better late than never, but that is something to think about. My second mind shift technique that I use for myself would be to look or imagine how those people who you're worried are judging you or commenting on what you want to do, how they're living their life. So if they're living their life in the way that you want to, or in the way that you're living at the moment, or perhaps have no interest in living. I'm not saying that any life is worth living more than others, but think about how you want to live your life. Do you want to live it like them? So if there's a particular family member or friend who keeps putting you down, doubting in you and telling you what you want to do is not good, think about how they're living their life. Because why would you listen to somebody's advice if they're not even living the life you want to live? Why would you listen to somebody who isn't where you want to be? You need to take advice from the people who are where you want to be. Because I doubt that anybody who is successful in their line of work or successful in relationships or whatever, and you're trying to be at their point, if they're not encouraging you, they're probably just scared of competition in that field. Because really, if you look at who's hating on you and you don't want to continue living that life and you don't want to have that life for you, then you know you have to take a different route. You can't take advice from somebody who doesn't have the plans that you do. This has honestly been such an important mindset shift for me, because when I look around and when I feel intimidated by how other people are living their life, I'm thinking, okay, but you know what? They all started at some point. Whether that was from zero or whether that was real health from money or whatever, because many people say that they don't have the same opportunities to start as others, but everyone has to start at some point. And then you look at the people who haven't started anything and you think, okay, well, which route do I now want to take? Do I want to continue playing the safe route where so many people are happy doing what they're doing, but is that really going to make you happy? You really have to think about yourself in these moments. And then another mindset shift is closely related to the second one, but it is why somebody is saying these things to you, why somebody is hating on you, whether it's online or in person or whoever. Why do they not wish for you to go through with it? You really have to look into their reasonings behind it. So if somebody's saying nasty comments to you online or nasty comments to you in person, discouraging you from doing what you want to do, is it because they truly care for you and they really want what's best for you and they don't believe that you can achieve what you want to achieve? Or is it because they're not brave enough to do it themselves? Because they're jealous, they're intimidated, and they don't want you to level up. They want you to stay on their level. You have to think about what are their reasonings. Because realistically, if somebody is really happy in how they're living their life and they're living their best life, they're doing what they love, they're with the people they love, everything's perfect, I can't see why they would discourage somebody of pursuing something that would make them happy. But yeah, really just think about why somebody's commenting these things, because I guarantee you most of the time it is because they're jealous or intimidated. Because even if it is a family member or somebody you're very close to and they genuinely think, well, this is not a safe route or whatever, it is good to listen out to them. But if it feels right within yourself, then you know who to listen to. And honestly, in what they're telling you, if they don't believe in you, it's because of fears and their own fears, because they can't do it, they don't believe they can do it, so they think, why would you be able to do it? But you shouldn't think like that. If you feel like you can do it and you're capable of doing something, then you can do it. Just be thinking about would be where you see yourself in the future and what really matters to you. But to not only think about your values, how they're going to change throughout your life, but to really think what matters right now. These people's opinions or what I want to do. Because I can guarantee you right now, when you're answering this question in your head, you know that it matters more what you want to do and what you need to do to make yourself feel happy and successful, rather than what people think about you. Again, it is so easy to talk about this, but so much harder to do this, I understand. But by doing small steps every day, such as, for example, if you have a fear of dancing in front of people and you love to dance and you want to become a dancer, start by first dancing in front of some friends and then some family members, even though that may feel really scary. Or you can just bring in like one of your siblings or your friends, just one of them, every day at a time, and then you will start to feel it's easier. For example, for dancing or in any other hobbies, this is the same. Just try facing your fear every day. Or perhaps try posting something on social media that resembles you and something which okay, I have people who are going to see this and they might judge me for it, but you need to be brave enough to say, I don't care. I do not care. And really, if you work on this every day, it will get better. That is all the mindset shifts that I had been able to record for today. If you're curious of hearing any more or personalized advice, then I have a link in my YouTube bio where you can request to talk to me or be a guest on my podcast. So just send me on that. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you go out and don't care about what people think and you are yourself. Bye, everybody.